My love and passion for baseball started at a very young age. We couldn't afford a good baseball bat or even decent baseballs. Tree branches became bats, rocks and acorns became baseballs, playtime became practice, and I became good. And although my dreams of being a baseball player never fully realized, my love for golf and smashing the driver became my new passion. Adopting the same mentality and working my butt off, I became a world champion while setting some world records along the way. It wasn't until my longtime friend and trainer Greg Johnson came into my life and gave my meaning and my purpose a name, an acronym that I live my life by every single day as a man, as a husband, as an athlete, and hopefully one day soon, a father. Dedication, resilience, inspiration, vision, energy, and now. You see, I am driven. If you thought I got up at 4 a.m. and I've already had 2 workouts in, a coffee run, and sent like 14 emails by 7 a.m. like hustle, you were crazy. I am not a morning person. In fact, I shouldn't even be eating like this. Carbs, veggies, chicken. Usually I'm packing down 8 pieces of bacon, 6 eggs, and a chaffle. But the holidays are coming up, so this is when my diet goes on vacation as well. And although I still hit my 250 grams of protein a day, eating like this allows me to indulge in a few cookies, maybe some cake, a king-size candy bar, the essentials. Come on, give me a break. It's my off season. Don't judge me, Lulu. Now that my belly's full and the dogs are happy, I'm headed up to Elk Grove. It's been almost a year working with Marcus, and connecting with him has not only changed my life physically, but given me inspiration once again to speed train and get my body ready for the World Championships next year.
Hi, my name is Marcus Curry. I was born and raised in Sacramento, and I'm an active release techniques provider. Yeah, I would say definitely working on Man Bear, it's been a surreal experience in the sense of you might have, other athletes that come in and they got little aches and pains here and there. And then you have, the older geriatric community that has, hip pain or lower back pain, discomfort. But working with Man Bear is like working with a monster. Every type of muscle is so defined that it's easy to find, as well as the amount of treatment that it takes to kind of move this man around is what really, really gets exciting when you're trying to figure out, okay, what's wrong, what's not moving? Oh, this is kind of weird. This is not moving. Oh, this is taking a lot more tension, right? It's always jumping back and forth and having to reassess, and a world-class athlete needs world-class treatment.
I think the question I get asked the most is, how do I hit it longer? And over the years, I realized there's no simple answer. There's a simple way to do it. There's just no simple way to get it done. Think about this. When you go to the gym, if you wanted to increase your bench press and you went twice a week, if you never added a single pound for 6 months, you would not get any stronger. Your chest might be a little more defined. You obviously might be a little bit stronger, but if you only bench the bar twice a week and never increase the weight, you're never gonna get stronger. Now, if you went to the gym twice a week and did bench press and added 1/2 of a pound every time you went to the gym, so after 1 week you added a total of 1 pound, you do that for 6 months, you're gonna be benching 4 times as much. You do that for 5 or 6 years, you do it for 10 years, you're gonna be benching 500 pounds. So think about it relative to golf and how you hit the ball longer. 99.9% of people who come out here and they're working on their irons, working on their driver, they're not pushing themselves, they're not adding that 1/2 pound. So as I get ready to train and get ready to do Worlds next year and get ready to do some tour events, I'm gonna come out here and every single day I hit, I'm gonna push myself just a little bit. I'm gonna increase my speed as much as I can. Now it might only be 1/10 of a mile an hour, it might be 4/10 of a mile an hour, it might be 1/2 a mile an hour. But if I come out 3 or 4 days a week, every single day I'm gonna push myself a little bit faster. Obviously, I wanna keep my balance. I'm not gonna fall over it, but I don't care where the ball goes. I don't care if I top it. I'm not working on accuracy, I'm working on speed. And you do that for 2 weeks, all of a sudden, your baseline starts to get higher, you're swinging faster. Then after a month, you're swinging even faster. And then after 2 months, all of a sudden, you're swinging 5, 8, 9, 10, 12 miles an hour faster. You do that for a span of a year or 2 years, or in my case, 12 years, going on 13 years. I don't know if you're gonna set some world records, but you're gonna be a whole lot faster. And you're gonna get 10, 20, 30, 40 yards longer in the first month. If you keep doing that, if you keep pushing yourself, if you keep increasing that speed a little bit, you're gonna hit the ball a lot longer. I wish I could tell you can go hit this ball, hit this driver, use this tee. You might get a yard or 2 out of this or that, but if you wanna really hit the ball longer, you gotta push yourself on the range, hit 100 balls, swing as fast as you can. And then once your speed is a level you're real happy with, then we'll dial in the accuracy, which, that basically comes along the way. So that's what I'm gonna get here to do. That's what I'm gonna do all off season. That way I can compete at Worlds next year, and we'll see what kind of damage we can get done. Even though I've had a really long day and I'm tired, I really can't close out my day until I go to the gym. And it's not just today, whether I worked hard all day or I had an easy day on the couch. I can't live with myself if I'm not pushing weights every day. The gym is as important to me as eating, and it really has become a staple in our daily routine. Man, I wish I was good. Man, I wish I was good. Not exactly sure why, but it's not till late at night where I feel I'm most creative. And this is when I'm in my office working on Driven or practicing and studying on how to become a better indie filmmaker. And most nights I'm up till 2 or 3 a.m. working. But tomorrow at 4 a.m. we're flying out to St. Louis. So for Monday, it's been fun, but I'm calling it a night. Training as an athlete full-time and hosting your own TV show, as you can imagine, leaves me very little time. But there's one thing that I will always make time for, and that is my favorite charity, Little Patriots Embraced. I've been a partner with Carol and LPE for over 10 years, a nonprofit organization that has helped over 86,000 military families across our great country. I've been so honored to be a part of LPE, and to be able to raise money through golf is just an absolute bonus. Working with Topgolf has always been one of my favorite companies to work with, as well as Hollywood Casino, which is my favorite place to stay while here in St. Louis. Always a huge shout out to companies who are always so willing to be a part of Little Patriots Embraced and our military families who we owe so much to. Imagine just for one day, you can see all your favorite celebrities, all your favorite athletes, all in one spot. Sound kind of cool, doesn't it? Well, maybe it's time to visit South Lake Tahoe and the American Century Championship. How about NBA champion, MVP, the greatest shooter in NBA history, our very own Steph Curry? Or maybe even get a glimpse at one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play, future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers. No? Then how about Top Gun superstar Miles Teller? Okay, I got you. How about superstar, megastar, total heartthrob, Justin Timberlake? Yeah, I thought that one would grab your attention. An absolute star-studded event. But if you ask me, the crowd favorite, Tahoe's favorite, the best 1-2 punch in the field, how about the GOAT, Jerry Rice, and my personal favorite, driven superstar, the GOAT's caddy, Sasquatch.
So American Century Week, it's unlike any other week of the year. It's a loud, boisterous, super excited crowd, and it's like plugging these guys into a PGA Tour event every week with that level of scrutiny and pressure. Maybe not quite as much, but close. And then adding the fans from football, basketball, sports and entertainment, and just a bunch of people drinking some adult beverages and having a good time. So it's unlike any week of the year. So Jerry's got a lot of pressure on him. He's being pulled in a lot of different directions. And I just try my best to be a calming influence, make sure I'm giving the right yardage, keep up and try and keep it light and just have fun. And, you know, if you haven't been out here and checked it out, I definitely encourage you to head up to South Lake Tahoe, come out here, grab yourself a goat fuel, and enjoy the week.
It's just beautiful, isn't it? This life, a roller coaster of steep climbs, sudden drops, endless loops, awaiting the light at the end of the tunnel. But no matter what, we keep moving forward. For 9 straight years, Sasquatch has caddied for Jerry Rice, the GOAT, at the American Century Championship in South Lake Tahoe. An exhilarating journey that has helped define them both, all while crafting a beautiful relationship.
Man, ever since I met Isaac from the Big Break, you know, we've been brothers. And to be able to win the Big Break and to see this guy, his character, and some of the shots that he was able to create during that environment, because the pressure's on. And he was hitting shots and the execution was right on point. And, you know, we decided just to continue this relationship. We just like brothers, man. We come out, we have a good time, and, you know, he's going to be here every year. You know, if I'm here, Isaac is going to be here, and I feel kind of bad because sometimes I feel I'm playing so bad that I should be carrying the bag and let Isaac play. I wish we could do that, but, you know, just a great relationship, and I got so much respect for him. Having Jerry as a friend and a mentor and
being able to spend as much time as I have with him, and his influence in every area of my life has been amazing. Obviously everybody knows his accomplishments in football, and especially with this journey with goat fuel, I've been able to see him just kind of enter a field that he had no experience in, nothing, and just sit there and watch him just constantly applying himself and refining his formula and pursuing excellence in that area, and kind of witness why he is the GOAT. It's because he took that same work ethic and puts it into everything he does. So being able to be around that and have him constantly encouraging me and supporting me, it's just a blessing beyond words. So it's gives me goosebumps that he's willing to pour into me and invest in whatever I have going on and support me, and hopefully in turn I can be a blessing to him in some way.
I guess I'm just trying not to be emotional. Those are the only times I get emotional with stuff like this. I guess what Man Bear means to me is having someone that I can rely on. I've been really blessed, I think, to have a lot of people that I get to know. But knowing that if something were to happen, or I needed to go to battle against somebody, or I needed to find a way through something, that if I put a phone call out there, that he would be there and he would have my back. And in life, a lot of people say that they would do that, but I really truly believe that he is the guy that would be there. And I only have a few of those people in my life, so it's good to know that I have him by my side. I think when people think about me on Driven, or they ask me about it, a lot of things that lead on to believe is, man, it looks like you guys are always screwing around, or at these really nice places, or eating these expensive dinners, or hanging out with these cool people, or driving cool cars. Like it's the flash of TV. But what I do like about it is say, hey, that time that you were speaking about the movements with Sasquatch, and you were talking about a gym setup or how to train, or whether it was when we were working with Pimanis, or we're uncovering some way of helping someone, whether it's through hormone optimization or through training protocols. For me personally, Driven's been a great opportunity to continue finding ways to help people. And I know that's Man Bear's mission as well. And that's exciting. It's a platform to help people. And there is a lot of fun that happens on the show. But I think just as much as there's fun, there's great opportunities to help a ton of people live better quality lives.
Ever since I can remember, I have always been the one who goes for it all. Who goes for the grand slam, the walk-off, the buzzer beater, the Hail Mary. Does it always go my way? Nah. But what I can tell you, in the end, I always come out on top.
Everybody in the stands and at home, I caution you right now, please put on your seatbelts, store your tray tables in the upright position, and get ready for takeoff, because if he catches it, it's game over. But Ryan won't think that I just need 370. Ryan's going to try and hit the Remax balloon at 470. That's exactly the way he's wired.
Just a few years ago, I was able to show the world what I've always stood for. And it was in that moment my life was about to change forever. With 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, I had 6 balls to hit, and I needed a massive shot into the wind to win the Remax World Long Drive Championships. With the thousands of hours hitting balls on the range, all the reps in the gym, all the pops on the doctor's table, it all came down to this. As I started hitting, each ball slicing further and further out of bounds, I started feeling the world around me shrinking in. The pressure I had put on myself, the fear of being a failure, letting my parents down, my high school sweetheart watching her husband crumble.
And now we're down to 2 shots.
There's a fade, high and right, And that too is going out of bounds. So the man who calls himself Man Bear hopes to come out of hibernation with his final ball.
I had one ball left. My sixth ball, ever so still on the tee, the wind hitting my ear, a cold reminder of the reality of what was right in front of me. It was at that very moment where my life changed. All these thoughts racing through my head suddenly vanished. A calm voice echoed in me and said, "This is what you trained for. This is what you prepared for. And this is what you were made for." I walked up to my sixth ball and let loose the most powerful and meaningful swing I could have ever trained for.
And this is it. One shot to go. What a huge surprise this would be if this ball doesn't find the mesquite grid.
And he got it with one final swing. Wow! And there it is. Wow.
Not a second went by as I looked up and saw my destiny come into full view. What I had learned in that very moment is not what I had worked so physically hard for, but what I was born to do. To take on life's biggest challenges, to meet them face to face, to give every ounce of fiber in my body, lay it all on the line. And if I can do that, if I can commit myself to the process, dedicate my life to a purpose, success is only a second away.
I'm driven. I'm driven.